Good morning students. This is Seth Vidya Mandir English High School and Junior College of Science and Commerce. This is the HSC online audio video lecture series. I'm your teacher Veena Raikar and the subject is OC, and I'm continuing the chapter number 3, that is entrepreneurship development, and this is the sixth part. The topic is recent initiatives in entrepreneurship development. In my last video, I had discussed about what is Startup India, and today I'm going to explain what is Stand Up India. Actually, Startup and Stand Up India both were initiatives by the Modi government, whereas Startup India, it was to encourage new young entrepreneurs all over the country. Okay, and Stand Up India is a scheme, it's an initiative to empower the scheduled caste, scheduled tribe people and women entrepreneurs. Okay, so how are we going to empower these people? And for that, the Modi government gave a Stand Up India loan scheme. Okay, by loan you know what you mean by loan. A bank gives loan. Similarly, Stand Up India scheme, okay, allowed the people of India to go to commercial banks and ask for a loan so that they can start their own business. Let's see what it is. What are the objectives of Stand Up India? The objective of Stand Up India scheme is to facilitate bank loans. Okay, and the bank loans were between rupees 10 lakhs to rupees 1 crore to at least one scheduled caste or scheduled tribe borrower and at least one woman borrower per bank branch for setting up a greenfield enterprise. Okay, now what do you mean by a greenfield enterprise? A greenfield enterprise may be in a manufacturing, services or a trading sector. In case of non-individual enterprise, 51% of the shareholding and controlling should be held either by a scheduled tribe and a scheduled caste person or a woman entrepreneur. Now, what are the eligibility criteria? They should be above 18 years of age, and the loan under the schemes are available only for greenfield project, no other project. Okay, it should be the first time venture of the beneficiary in the manufacturing or services or trading sector. That means a person who is applying for this loan, it should be that first time they are entering into this venture. It is the first time they are doing some business, and the business should be manufacturing or services or trading sector, and the person should be above 18 years of age. And in case of non-individual enterprise, 51% of the shareholding should be either by the SC, ST person or the woman entrepreneur. This is the eligibility. Then the nature of loan, it's a composite loan, okay, inclusive of term loan and working capital, and it is between 10 lakhs and up to 1 crore. Now, what is the purpose of loan? Okay, the purpose of loan is for setting up a new enterprise in 3 sectors, that is your manufacturing, trading and service sector. The size of the loan will be 75% of the project cost. Okay, what is the size of the loan? 75% of the project cost, inclusive of the term loan and working capital. And the interest rate will be lowest applicable rate of the bank for that category. Now what about the security? Okay, the loan may be secured by collateral security or guarantee of credit guarantee fund scheme for Stand Up India. Whatever is the security, the terms, whatever the banks have decided, individual banks decide some security. Okay, so that security is to be taken. Repayment, the loan is repayable within 7 years. Okay, and after 7 years, 18 months are given more for the repayment. There is a period it has been extended after 7 years. Working capital, for withdrawal of working capital up to 10 lakhs, the same can be sanctioned by way of overdraft. Okay, overdraft facility, you know students, it has been given by banks. So the working capital can be withdrawn by way of overdraft, and a debit card is also issued for the convenience of the borrower. Then working capital limit above 10 lakhs to be sanctioned by way of cash credit limits. Okay, so security as and per the rule of the bank. Then repayment, it can be repayable in 7 years plus a maximum 18 months sanction is given for repayment. Working capital, it is sanctioned by way of overdraft, and a debit card is also issued. Similarly, working capital limit above 10 lakhs to be sanctioned by way of cash credit. And the margin money, the scheme, it is 25% margin money which can be provided in convergence with the eligible central or state schemes. The way to apply for these schemes, that is for Stand Up India schemes, you are eligible in that criteria, you want to have a business in manufacturing, trading or service sector. So where do you have to go? You can go to any commercial banks, okay, and you can apply over there. Some examples I have given over here is this Canara Bank, Bank of Baroda, State Bank of India, SIDBI, Indian Banks Associations. You can go over there and you can apply. So the Stand Up India ecosystem, okay, you have branches over here, branch number 1, branch number 2, branch 3, branch 4, and you have lead districts managers, and you have SIDBI, you have NABARD, and you have so many centers. This is an ecosystem which is formed by the government. That is, the lead district managers can help you go to a bank, get your documentations, and after that SIDBI and NABARD have connections with all the centers so that they can help you promote your business, help you to start your business, and help you to market the business also. Okay, so all this centers, that is your rural self-government training institutes, vocational training centers, MSME development institutions. MSME stands for micro, small, medium enterprise development institutions. Your state development and financial corporation industry association, district industry center, Dalit Indian chambers of commerce and industry, skilling centers, and women entrepreneur associations. Now let's go to the examples. See over here, it is empowering enterprises CC, that is it is a clinic which has been set up by taking a loan. Similarly, this woman, empowering enterprising women, because that loan can be also given to women entrepreneurs. Okay, so this lady over here has started her own business. Then there's always funding for the micro, small and the medium enterprises. You have technical and vocational training over here. Okay, there's micro, small, medium enterprises. Okay, behind you can see so small things which are very helpful. The loan helps them. Now let's see here. I put some examples over here. There is a project profile, micro enterprises. Okay, you have the soya nuggets. Then you have vacuum dry fruits, vegetables and herbs. Then wafer biscuits manufacturing units. These are all small units. Okay, and for these units, the people have taken loan from the bank so that they can establish their business. So this comes under the micro classification. There are some more in micro classifications. Papad manufacturing industry, then bakery products are there, then curry and rice powder is there. These are all in micro. There are many examples. I've just put some examples over here. Then these are small enterprises, that is flavored pasteurized milk, frozen foods, ready to eat, sweets, rice, vegetables, okay, so this is all small enterprises. Then in small enterprise, okay, you have your coconut water, then your bottled drinking water, you have cotton knitted fabric, okay, all this. And in medium you have malt extract from barley, Okay, so all these are your medium enterprises for which you can get loans. Okay, students, I hope you know what is Stand Up India, and probably you have understood the meaning between the Startup India and the Stand Up India. Startup India was for encouraging entrepreneurs, and Stand Up India was for providing them loans. Okay, thank you, students, very much.